everyone, this is Teacher Abby, and for today's video, we're going to talk about problem solving using sequences. And for today's lesson, we need to learn the following objectives. Number 1, determine the type of sequence involved in the problem. Number 2, use the appropriate formula. Number 3, substitute the needed values and simplify. For example number 1, to replace the trees destroyed by Typhoon Yolanda, the Forestry Department of Imus has developed a 10-year plan. The first year, they will plant 200 trees. Each succeeding year, they will plant 50 more trees than they planted the year before. How many trees will they have planted by the end of the 10th year? So from this problem, we can say that on the first year, we have 200 years. Then, on the following years, we're going to add more 50 trees from the previous year, which is 200 plus 50, that will be 250 for the second year, then 300 for the third year, 350 for the fourth year, 400 for the fifth year, 450 for the sixth year, and 500 for the seventh year, and 550 for the eighth year, 600 for the ninth year, and 650 for the 10th year. So from this, we can see that the problem is how many trees will they have planted by the end of the 10th year. From this problem, we can see that the word end connotates that this problem pertains from the number of trees starting from the first year up to the 10th year. So from there, we just need to add the trees from the planted from the first year up to the 10th year. And this include that this problem might be a series. Now let us inspect the given sequence. So from the given sequence, as you notice, we just add a constant number of 50 each time. So since we add 50 as a constant number, which is, we can say that is also our common difference, we can say that this is an arithmetic sequence. Now, specifically, this is about a problem that focusing on arithmetic series. Now, from there, let us identify first the given, which is a sub 1, 200. Our common difference is 50. Our n is 10 since we have 10 years, 10th year. Then, we're looking for s sub n since this is an arithmetic series. So, the formula for arithmetic series is s sub n is equal to n over 2 times 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. And as we substitute the given values, that would be s sub 10 is equal to 10 over 2 times 2 times 200 plus 10 minus 1 multiplied by 50. From there, we can simplify already. 10 divided by 2, that will be 5. Then 10 minus 1 is 9. So, this will be the answer. From here, we can already solve by multiplying 9 times 50, which is equal to 450. Then add 400 by 450, that will be 850 rather. Then 850 times 5, that would be equal to 4,250. So the answer would be there are 4,250 trees that have been planted from the first year up to the end of the 10th year. For our second example, it is related from the first problem. Let us read. If the tree planting project will continue, how many trees will they plant on the 20th year? So from there, again, let us see the problem given. That will be 200, 250, 300 to 350, and so on and so forth. And since we're looking for the number of trees that will be planted on the 20th year, that will be A sub 20, or we're looking for the 20th term of this sequence. Since this is again an arithmetic sequence, we need to find the nth term or the 20th term of this sequence. Again, the given would be A sub 1, 200. The common difference is 50. Our n is 20 since we have 20 years, 20th year rather. Then the value we're looking for is the A sub n or A sub 20. So the formula that we're going to use would be A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, since we're looking for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. Substituting the given values, that would be A sub 20 is equal to 200 plus 20 minus 1 times 50. And we all know that 20 minus 1 is equal to 19. Then 19 times 50 would be equal to 950. Then 950 plus 200, that would be equal to 1150. It means that the number of trees that they need to plant by the 20th year would be 1150 trees. For our third example, we have the problem. A young man gave his wife a gift of 300 pesos on their first wedding anniversary. To please her, he gave her 600 pesos on their second wedding anniversary, 1,200 pesos on their third wedding anniversary, and so on. Compute the total amount the wife would receive as a gift from first up to the 10th wedding anniversary. So from here, as we can see, on the first year, the man gave his wife amount of 300 pesos. On the second year, he gave her 600 pesos. On the third year, he gave her 1,200 pesos. So from here, based on this list of given, let's identify first whether this is what kind of sequence. So from here, we can notice that in every year, the amount that it has from the previous year was being doubled or multiplied by 2. So from there, we can say that this is a geometric sequence. Now, the question here is, compute the total amount the wife would receive as a gift from first year up to the 10th wedding anniversary. So since we're looking for the total amount, and this pertains a series, therefore, this problem talks about geometric series. So let us try to continue the amounts that the man gave to his wife, starting from 4th year, which is 2,400. 5th year would be 4,800. On the 6th year, that would be 9,600. On the 7th year, that would be 19,200. On the 8th year, that would be 38,400. On the 9th year, that would be 76,800. And on the 10th year, that would be 153,600. Okay, so again, let us find the given. That would be A sub 1 is equal to 300. R is equal to 2. N would be equal to 10. And S sub n would be the missing value. R would be equal to 2 since we have been doubling up the amount from the previous year, or we simply multiply 2, which is our common ratio. And n would be 10 since we're looking up to the 10th wedding anniversary. So we all know that there are two kinds of formula under geometric series. And since we have already know that we ended up on the 10th wedding anniversary, that means we're pertaining for the finite geometric series. But we have the condition that RR is not equal to 1 or negative 1. Since that is the condition, the formula that we're going to use is S sub n is equal to A sub 1 times 1 minus R raised to n all over to 1 minus R. And as we substitute the values, that would be S sub 10 is equal to 300 times 1 minus 2 raised to 10 all over to 1 minus 2. So from here, we're going to simplify 2 raised to 10. That would be equal to 1024. Then 1 minus 2 would be equal to negative 1. If we subtract 1 minus 1024, that would be negative 1023. Then we need to multiply it by 300. That would be equal to negative 306,900 all over to negative 1. Then as we divide a negative number by a negative number, that would be equal to positive, and any number divided by 1 will be equal to itself, which is equal to positive 306,900 pesos. So the total amount that the wife would receive from the first year up to the 10th wedding anniversary would be equal to 306,900 pesos. And for our last example, which is related from our third problem, let us have the problem: how much money will the husband give to his wife on their silver wedding anniversary? When we talk about silver wedding anniversary, that would mean 25th wedding anniversary. So from there, we can say that we're looking for the amount that the husband would give to his wife on the 25th wedding anniversary. So from there, we can simply illustrate the sequence as 300, 600, 1,200, 2,400 up to the 25th wedding anniversary, which is A sub 25. And the given again would be A sub 1 is equal to 300, and the ratio would be equal to 2. Ang Rn would be equal to 25 since we're looking for the 25th wedding anniversary. Then ang A sub n would be the missing value, or A sub 25. So since we're looking for the n term of a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 R raised to n minus 1. From here, let us substitute the given values. That would be A sub 25 is equal to 300 times 2 raised to 25 minus 1. Then simplify 25 minus 1, that would be 24. Then 2 raised to 24, that would be equal to 16,777,216. Let us multiply it by 300. That would be equal to 5,033,164,800. So this will be the total amount the wife would receive on their 25th wedding anniversary. Since we're already done with our discussion, we're going to have your activity. For question number 1, an amount of 1,000 pesos is to be distributed among 4 people so that each person after the first receives 20 pesos more than the previous person. How much does each person receive? Number 2, find the total number of seats of an amphitheater if it has 70 rows with 40 seats, 44 seats, and 48 seats in the first, second, and third rows respectively. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, you can message me via Facebook Messenger Abby Mendoza. Goodbye!